38 cars, 20 Fords, 18 Holdens, side by side, Scaife and Bradley Jones. We are ready for a race start. They bring the final cars into position now. Let the battle begin as we get the green light of the great race. The power builds up in the Bob Jane T-Marts 1000 is underway. A nice clean start. It looks as though Bradley Jones has got the jump. Scaife's dropped back. Jones will take them through turn one, and the Ford Falcon hits the front at Hell Corner. Mark Scaife has gone back at least 3 positions from pole position. What a start from car 21. And look at Stephen Richards in the Castrol Commodore as they bring it up mountain straight for the first time. They start to roar up this incline, and they'll take Conacher Bend in a single file. Jones goes through, Richards, then Rick Kelly. Wow, look at that. Mark Scaife has gone all the way back to position number 4. That's an incredible start from Mark Scaife. Really got the wind sucked out of him from the word go.
Great start by Rick Kelly, starting off 6th on the grid. He jumped his way up to 3rd.
They come down through the VB Dipper. Take aim now at Forest Elbow. Watch him swing wide here.
Oh, look at this. Down the inside goes Mark Scaife on the Holden Young Lions Commodore of Rick Kelly, the Kmart car. But Greg Murphy tries to take advantage. Headlights on as they head on Conrod Straight for the first time. And the Aussie Male Ford has opened up 100 metres on the field as they come over the first rise.
Straight line speed, incredible out of Brad Jones and the Aussie Male Ford Falcon. Take a look at this. They come roaring down Conrod Straight. Line up the chase. Such a difficult part of the circuit. So much speed behind them, so much weight behind them. The cars have to roar down on the brakes. They scream for Blue Mercy. 1 lap just about completed of the Bob Jane T-Marts 1000, and Brad Jones leads them through. Russell Ingle and Stephen Richards entry with Richo behind the wheel. There's Mark Scaife in 3rd position. Rick Kelly is behind him. Greg Murphy is there.
Lowndes handily placed in 7th. Ambrose right behind him. Garth Tander and Paul Morris in the top 10.
Across Skyline. This was the part that caught out so many of our top 15 shootout performers. Marcus Ambrose got really loose up the top yesterday in qualifying and ruined any chance he had of going back-to-back poles. Here's a challenge from Mark Scaife. He tries the inside again, but Richo is too clever for that one and shuts the door. The HRT Commodore right behind him now. Line up Conrod Straight down here. A maximum speed of 290 kilometres plus before they have to back it off for the chase. It's an extraordinary piece of road.
Look at the way the bonnet is flexing, the amount of aerodynamic lift. And that surface of bodywork is shattering their body up the inside under brakes.
He'll get him this time, and he does. Mark Scaife reclaims 1 position. He wants to work his way back up to the front where he started from. He got jumped by Brad Jones, and look how far Jones has taken out this lead. Richards does not want to let him go too far. Rick Kelly, the youngster, just 19 years of age, throwing his elbows out wide amongst the elite. But Greg Murphy comes up the front straight and takes that position. A little bit of contact there, doesn't upset him too much into Hell Corner.
Arguing over the same piece of bitumen there. Rick Kelly gave way. There's the Bryce Dorman car just coming back onto the circuit. So it's already a couple of laps down. 2:11.34 for Brad Jones. He's got the hammer down early in the Bob Jane T-Marts 1000.
Mark Scaife now has another battle on his hands. In front, he's trying to mow down Brad Jones. Behind, he's trying to keep off the Kmart Commodore.
We're on the verge of another safety car here at Mount Panorama on lap 46. That's Thomas Mazira parked, beached, and that left rear is in mid-air. Doesn't look like it now, but he cannot get any traction. That is shut down. They're going to have to drag him out of there. Now, Mark Aston's in the pits with Jason Bright. We'll get his comment in just a moment, but here's how it all happened. A new complexion on this race.
Went wide, didn't he?
Got a rear wheel out in the dirt. The back came around so fast. Just snuck into the gravel trap, and that's where he got stuck. That's going to bring a safety car. Let's have a look at the Nintendo replay.
Here, really nothing to it, aside from the fact that Thomas Mazira got a little too wide on the approach into Murray's corner, and now he's stuck in the trap. There's Jason Bright. Mark Aston's with him.
Thank you, Matty. Jason, that's most unfortunate.
Oh, mate,
that's devastating, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing, but hopefully they can get out of the sand trap quick enough, and we can keep on the lead lap. That's the most important thing here, and we just hope the guys can get us out quick enough.
As we restart the race conditions. We're back under green, good to go. Todd Kelly takes him up to turn 1. Lap 49 of 161.
Car number 1, Gentleman Jim Richards. You can plug him into a Concorde and I'm sure he'll bring it across the Atlantic for you. He is now tackling Paul Dumbrell, giving him a little lesson on Mount Panorama in pressure.
This means that Mark Scaife will take over the drive of the number 1 Commodore as Jim Richards brings it in after his stint, a typical stint from Jim Richards. Just no troubles at all. Let's see how the HRT crew do it. Drivers helping each other out. A quick look under the right rear. Looks pretty slick, no problems.
That just goes to show what a few safety car periods can do for you. That was 39 laps since their last stop.
So limiters on. Fuel numbers go out, mate.
And that's pretty much a full tank of gas with those flow regulators on those fuel.
Probably.
Look at this battle for second position. Mark Scaife ranging up on the outside of the Castrol Commodore.
But this is a great onboard shot. Take you screaming up the front straight here at Mount Panorama. This is what it's like to hit turn 1. It's car 15 that's in the way there. Andy Prio and Ivan Muller. Scaife comes alongside the Kmart Commodore. He's only got eyes for the rear of the Castrol Commodore in front of him. Positions 1 and 2.
And all the while, Larry Perkins just hovering back there, about 2 seconds behind this pair. 6 times Bathurst winner, teamed with Paul Dumbrell. Excellent mix of youth and experience. Rick Kelly in 4th place.
The Munro safety car pulls away. That lets the field loose, and now we've got a restart. Car number 1 goes across the line in 1st position and begins lap 91 out of 161. Mark Scaife is behind the wheel through the S's towards the dipper, and then Forest Elbow. They take aim at Conrod Straight. Scaife, Richards, Rick Kelly, a flash of red as 3 Holden Commodores lead the way, the top 3. And behind them, another couple of generals as well. Jason Bright in car 2 and Larry Perkins in car 11. Look at the blinding speed before they hit that kink to take them through the Caltex chase. And Mark Scaife comes in and Stephen Richards tags him along.
Bang on target. This is the 3rd of the scheduled stops. This safety car's fallen right in their lap again. So, compulsory stops, a battle between the pit crews here. Now, it's interesting, a lot of these lead cars, Lowndes, Scaife, Ambrose, Perkins, they've all chosen to leave their brake pad change till later in the race, and they're doing the pad change now.
We're a lap after the safety car has peeled off into pit lane, so they should be getting some heat back into those tyres. And the race leader is Rick Kelly. What a moment for the youngster. Ahead of Jason Bright, Tony Longhurst, Paul Morris, Russell Ingle, Neil Crompton. The one to watch for Ford fans right now. Then Scaife, Jones, Seaton and Luff. That's your top 10.
Keep in mind, Billy, these 2 leading cars, the Young Lions Commodore and car 2, the Holden Racing Team car, are yet to make their 3rd stops, and they're going to come in soon because they'd be very, very close to their fuel limit.
Pit stop for Rick Kelly. This is the man who was leading the race, but of course when you shuffle the pit stops, that's not the case. He'll come back out with a much worse track position. They clear debris from the front of the car, and as usual the Holden Racing Team will try and make it as smooth as possible. Nathan Pretty, who spent a lot of the year racing a Jackaroo in Safari, and away they go. Smooth for the Holden Racing Team. Kelly back out, but has lost, of course, some track position. He'll be down around about 10th and 11th position.
Well, Jason, from a strategy standpoint, how does that stop leave your place now?
Well, I think it just puts us back in the ballpark with everyone else, and there's a bunch of guys that are in there. We probably lost out a little bit. Car 1 was in front, so they got the preference to stop that last yellow, and we probably lost out a bit there. I think that we'll have another yellow before the end of the race, and it'll all close up. And our fuel window should be bigger at the end of the race. So,
Jim Richards on board. We go with him, and just look at that car as it squirms up Conacher Bend.
These guys are ice skating, there's no doubt about it. The track is starting to get treacherous. Paul Dumbrell, who put in such quick laps there, dropped into the 210s with